Hello, and here's another quick little requested review again by the same young relative because they like controlling my life apparently. And we'll review this. Okay? And this. Alright. And this. Sure. And of course, this. Now, if you don't know what this is, I'd understand completely because, it's one of those weird things. But this is, I'm going to have to officially state, knockoff of a set of transforming and combining robots and vehicles called Miniforce, or from Miniforce, which is this weird, I have no idea where it's from, but it's kind of a Super Sentai kind of thing. It's computer animated, where they're like little, 2 foot something tall animals, really cutesy animals. And then they turn into like Power Rangers things in suits. And then they get the vehicles, which turns to robots, and then combine. Sure, why not? Just fine. But I managed to find this set for, again, that relative, which is why they keep pestering me to review. I found them individually for the Christmas Just bin. I think they're about £8 each on eBay. You might be able to get them cheaper, you might be able to get them as a set. It's up to you. Have a look around. Miniforce. And here we have the set. Now, I've had to do a little bit of work to, well, that one, basically, because it's a knockoff set. So the quality's a little bit less. But they're kind of good for what they are. Maybe a quick dash of paint here and there, but we'll see. So we'll start off with the most basic, simple, everyday one. We'll start off with the blue one. And it's some kind of futuristic sports car. There's a window there, I guess. Maybe a window moulded in the side there. Do a lick of paint, or at least a Sharpie or something just to bring it out, that little window there. But it's a nice long thing, quite neat and tidy. I mean, if you look at it hard enough, you can guess where things are going to go, but it's quite a nice thing in itself, Quite like that. I've got size comparison. I should plan these things more, but okay. There's 6 gun. So they're kind of deluxe-ish. Kinda. So, should we transform this one, or should we do them all together? No, I might as well transform it while we're here. I want to get this done. So, I think we can bring this whole piece down on big hinge in here somewhere. Might have to fold this piece out. Bring this all the way down and turn it, I think? Yeah, turn it around. Okay. So, the front of the car is down, turn, and into place. Now drop this onto the front of it to make the crotch plates. Flip out the toes. Split the legs. These, you need to get this piece here with the wheel, this piece here, and it's sort of just about pegs in there, so you need to pop it loose. If you can see there's a tiny little nubbin in there. Where are we? There. You see that little nubbin goes into a little hole in there, so you need to just wriggle it forward. Forward. Pull the whole thing out to the side. It slides down there. And then just extend it and flip out the hand. Now that isn't a bad little arm for what it is. So extend out. Extend the arm out. Flip out the hand. Now these pieces are, don't really need them, but they're for later modes, so they might wiggle around, they might not hold that well. This one seems to hold quite well, that one's quite loose. Flip up the head, and I think just to fill in space you can fold this piece down into the back, just to make it a little bit nicer. That's the robot mode, and the paint on the face isn't great, but it's fine. I mean, if you wanted to, you could always paint that up properly yourself, but that isn't a bad little robot. It's got a universal hinge at the waist, the hip, waist swivel, which doesn't really go with the crotch plates, it's not great. In, out, arms will turn all the way around, double knee, double elbow, but it won't go all the way because of this big chunk in the shoulder. All in all, quite a nice piece. And there's a fly buzzing around somewhere. Hooray! Been flooded with flies, I don't know why. Might just be summer. And he is deluxe-ish. Sideswipe. So, deluxe. And that fly's really bothering me now because it's noisy, but we'll ignore it. Shh. Just pretend there's interference or something. There you go. They're trying to block my signal. And we'll go to the pink one, because there's always a pink one. I don't know how well it's showing up on the camera, but it's actually quite a bright pink. It's not as pale as it might be showing up. And yeah, it's very much the same thing. I've actually added these black dots because it was bothering me. I don't know why, but it was. And similar sort of thing, we're going to extend the front and rotate this piece all the way down. Slide the front back in. Split. Seriously, fly, go away. Ah, see you. Are you dying or something? Right, stop doing spinning around in circles. Go away. Right. Oh, whatever, it's gone. Split the legs. And this, you actually need to take the black pieces off the top. And they actually plug into these holes that were in the front of the car to become feet. So you just need to make sure you're angling them the right way. And I think they go like that. So they're higher, further off the back, just because it might be more back heavy than it is front heavy, is my idea. But they're actually angled. So we'll do that. Nearly dropped it. And we'll put it there. Turn it around so it's that way. Okay. And we will slide out the arms, rotate them down, double hinge them out again, and flip out the little hand. It's quite a nice little thing, honestly. Really well little done. Really well little done. Wow. Really well done little things. And flip up the head. And paint on the face is a little better on this one. It's more simple, but it's a lot better. But just look how nice that is. And these exhausts kind of look like guns built into the body, which I'm all about. And yeah, nice enough little thing. Again, universal joint in the hip. This one's got a little bit of swivel. You can have that for the ankle if you want, but it's not really. Doubly elbow. Nothing in the back, really. But it's fine. It's quite a nice little thing. Okay. Stand you there. About the same height. We're enjoying this. We'll go do the plane, which is potentially the most fiddly one. And yeah, I don't know if these fins are supposed to be like that or like that. I don't know which one's better, or if they're supposed to just be an angle maybe. That might look better. Don't know. But the wings can actually fold up and stuff, so that's quite cool. But again, quite nice looking thing. I mean, you can tell exactly how it transforms. But it's quite cool. And considering these are supposed to be like kind of a toe body, you know, like chunky for kids, it's not a problem. So we're going to pop the arms loose. There's a big tab here where my finger is. Goes into a little hole in the side there. Rotate this to there. Flip out the hand. See, again, they could have just left the hands poking out, but they haven't. They've had them fold in. It's just little things like that. Just go the extra mile, you know? Flip out the hand. Grab this whole section here, and on this black hinge, rotate it down, and then extend from the hip to the knee. Extend, fold back the wings, flip out the toes, split, fold down the nose cone, rotate the wings back if you want, might as well, and fold down this little black piece. It should fold down so you can see the face just about hiding in there, which is kind of cool, you know, because this piece literally is just there to kind of hide the face from the front. That's all it's for. So just shove it in. Ooh, don't go too far. Careful. And that's cool. And if you want, these wings are actually on a hinge there as well. So you can rotate them around so it's a bit more Starscream. Because you can. They've given you that option. Even in a knockoff, a small version, they've given you the option of Starscream wings. No, hands. Why have you folded in? Fold back out. So again, hinges in and out, forward and back. Big knee there, that'll also go forward. A little bit of toe wiggle if you want. Arms will rotate around and bend inwards. So there's a little gorilla arm, which is a bit unfortunate. A swiveling here would have helped, but whatever, it's close enough. Unfortunately, sometimes when you move the arm, it does bring the whole wing piece, because it's probably all on the same hinge. But it's not the end of the world, is what I'm saying. But that's quite cool. You might have noticed as well that I'm rushing through this because I've got like 4 figures and a combine mode. So, put them there. And again, about the same height. We're enjoying this. This is nice uniformed heights. We're good. And we've got, because it's, if not Japanese, based on Japanese, the obligatory drill tank. Because there has to be one in every series ever. And as far as drill tanks go, it's not the best we've seen, is it, really? I mean, you can take one look at that and know exactly how it transforms. It's not the best looking thing, but it's fine. It's alright, it does the job. It's fine. Now this one I've had to do some work on, and I'll tell you about it when I get to it. So first of all, what we're going to do is we're going to get these pieces with the drills and the little tracks. Just angle them out a little bit, just to give clearance to show you what we're doing. We're going to get this piece, and on this big hinge here, we're going to get this yellow piece loose, because there's that tab there, goes into that slot there. We get this piece here, this grey piece, fold it all the way over, and tab it into there. Whole tab, so untab it, whole tab, and fold it around so it's underneath to make big tootsies. And then we're going to, very similar to that one, we're just going to extend everything. Hips, knees, but this is going to be the crotch, so we need to rotate that through to there, and that big hole tab goes into that hole there. You see that tab? There you go. Bring it up, tab it into place. Split the legs. The arms I've done a little bit of work to, and that is mainly I've just sort of like trimmed off these corners because they get a little bit tight. So we're going to untab it, and I don't know if they're supposed to go straight like that and have a really weird outside, or if they're supposed to go like that, so that's the shoulder, which is more in keeping with the shoulders of these guys, and underneath, and then still have an elbow bend. But they were really tight, like really tight, so I've had to grind that down a little bit, like, you know, just trim it off. That's an elbow. Do the same there. Down. That's an elbow. Put a little bit of oil on these because one of them spins really well, one of them doesn't. So a little bit of oil just in case. And this, the piece I had to do work on, really has to do work on. So if you see in the back there, it's really not the same colour, and there's a big lump sticking out. Yeah, basically this headpiece pushed all the way in, so I've had to put some putty and stuff in the back to stop it going too far. And then I've put a peg in some putty around it, so you've got something to grip it. It was just a hollow lump that went in too far. So we use this little nub in here to flip out this grey piece. Use the big peg I put in there to fold out the head, and then there's this little lip on the grey piece which you just push in flat, and then the headpiece just sits on it just to fill in that gap nicely. And there he is in robot mode. And again, the head is fine and doesn't look great from the back, but it's the back, so who cares? But it's fine. Yeah, it's got a nice in and out, goes all the way around. Got drill hands, which is kind of cool, I guess. Elbow goes forward, in and out. Nice screw bend. It's fine. It's not bad. And this one's a smidgen bigger than the others. Just a smidge. Might as well do a size comparison now with them. So again, they're all about deluxe-ish. Okay, good. And of course, the whole point of having them is they combine. Now, I'm not sure which one it came with. I've got a feeling it's the pink one, but they come with this piece. Now, on the Japanese original, or whatever the original is, this piece I'm pretty sure splits in half and folds and fits onto one of them as like a kind of like half spoilers, you know, like on the old American classic cars. They had like the little fins at the back with the lights in. I think it does something like that, but this one doesn't because it's just one piece. But it came with one of them, and we'll just add that at the end. So I suppose we best start at the bottom and work our way up. So the obvious legs, fine. Tilt the head back, flip this panel up, shove the head in, have that flat. Okay. fold the arms up, peg it in, fold the arm up, peg it in, drop them by the side, and they don't really peg in, they just sort of sit there. And that's these pretty much done. Ready for combined mode. That's all you got to do with that. We're going to get the blue one. These pieces on the top, they just unpeg, so you get those off. And I'm not sure why, but they just sort of tab onto the legs there. I don't know if it's just to pad the legs out, make them look a bit more stocky or what, but that's what they do. Sure, why not? Fine. It's good. It's fine. It's okay. And now, see, this one's pretty much easy to do if you get it back to vehicle mode. So we'll head back towards vehicle mode quickly. Pull this piece out again. Bring it back, rotate, shove it up, close that down, fold the head in, close all this back up, shove the hand in, push the shoulder in, and tap into place. See, it's really simple thing, really simple. But again, even though this is like an £8 knockoff of whatever, I don't feel like I'm going to break it. So we're back to car mode. What we need to do here is get this front section, and on these really obvious hinges here, split and fold. And these holes go into these pegs. Peg in. Peg in. Then we get this black piece and just fold it up. And this has like a little groove runner there. You see? That goes into this groove piece in here. So we're going to flip this upside down and get in the back there and just slide that into place. And that's something I had to work on with that little peg piece inside there. I had to make sure it was short enough so everything would work. So if you have to do it, just remember to take that into account. Okay, and now I guess we should go onto the pink one. So you go there for a minute. We're going to fold the arms back in. Fold the arms back in. Show it flat. Show it flat. Fold the head in. And we're going to stay there. Or should we pop these? We'll pop these off and shove them back where they were. There you go. Pop these off. Come on. Pop them back where they were. Okay. And we're just going to get it. And I have no idea what's going on. Come on. Come on. Split it in half. So the whole thing's just been split down the middle, except for the headpiece. Turn them so the wheels are on the outside and swap them over. So these pegs will go into those big holes there. Why does that not feel straight? Okay. So peg it into there. And here, peg that in. Go on, peg in. And where the feet plugged in before, you just flip out hands. And I'm not sure if that's how you're supposed to do it, but if you want, the hip section here, you can actually push that into the body. Let's bring the arms a bit closer so it looks a bit better. So we'll shove that back in. Okay, all right, okay, good. So that's where we're up to. And now we get the most difficult one. I say the most difficult. It's not really that difficult. It's just what you've got to do with it. It's just a bit annoying. So I'm going to fold that up, I think is the plan. Or do I not have to? No. You get this piece that hides the head and flip it up. And that definitely isn't another head, honest. Except it is. Plug these legs back together. If I've got these lined up right. Fold the toes down. Fold these wings out. Whoa! Noisy kids around. Make sure the hands and stuff are in. And where am I? Okay. You want him basically so he's lying on his back. Rotate like that. Fold the arm down. Rotate like that. So the wings are basically where the belly should be now. Rotate the arms so they're pointing to the back. Okay. Bring the legs down and fold them all the way up. So he's basically back the way he was towards jet mode. Fold those in. He's basically towards jet mode, but the wings are underneath. is what you're after. Okay? And now we want to fold the headpiece down so it's hanging loose on the back there. So it's into one big lump with this on top. Oh, and the legs should, because it's just basically back to jet mode, should peg into the legs. There you go. Arms pegged in. Good, good, good. Okay. And this is the worst part. So what we've got to do is, on the back here, there are these little tabs sticking out. And these used to tab into the legs, which has kept them straight. They need to go basically just on the inside of this little groove in here. There's also these little tabs at the top here where my finger are that kind of sit into at least one of these. I'm not sure which one it is. So this is a bit of a nightmare to line up, but if you can, because the head's got to sort of like fit into that and get it all lined up, you might have to try and squeeze the knees together, the legs and pieces together. Is that into place? Is that into place? Yes. Yes, it is. Okay. Where are you? Go away. Right. Right. And now on the crotch piece, that should be sticking out. There are these two little half circle pegs. They go into the half circle piece here. So we're going to reach over, tab those in, and flip up the head. And that is Minibots, whatever it's called, I don't know. Is that all tabbed in? I think so. It's a bit of a clunky monster, and I suppose if you want, you can turn the wings around. But, you know, I'm not convinced this is plugged into the back properly. Or is it? Yeah, I think it is. I don't know how well the original plugged together. That's the problem. Maybe the original plugged together better. Hang on. Is this side not plugged in? Ah, this side isn't plugged in. Give me a second. There we go. There we go. That's a lot better. That's a lot more solid. There we go. So there it is. And do you need giant drills attached to your hips? Not really. Does the giant X on the chest actually mean anything? Probably not. Can you get, because of the way the legs separate, can you get slight extendo punch action? Yeah, kinda. Is the giant robot head as generic as all generics? Although got slight Optimus Primal vibe to it, or Optimal Optimus Prime vibe. Yeah, I guess. It's fine. I mean, I think combined total it cost, what, £32? Maybe. Posted, delivered for Christmas. I kind of wish these grey pieces just stayed on the back for the normal yellow mode. You just had normal feet. But I think they interfere with the knees and stuff if you do it. There's just little things like these black pieces don't really add much to it. I mean, do they make the legs a bit thicker? You're supposed to turn them that way? Is that a better way of doing it? I don't know. Do you? Bear in mind, I never looked at these. Actually, I don't think these came with instructions, if I'm honest with you. But he's quite cool. He is quite cool. I do enjoy it. Let me just tilt the camera up a little bit so you can get a slightly better angle. And let's get a size comparison. So you've got Sideswipe again. You've got my oversized kind of leadery Optimus Prime, which is about the same kind of height. Spinister. And Earthrise Hoist. Woo. So yeah, this guy's pretty cool, I'll be honest with you. It's quite chunky, quite hefty, there's quite a lot of weight to it, and it's quite cool. I know Surtoys did have these, I don't know if it still does, but more amusingly, as with most Super Sentai Power Ranger kind of series, the series has kept going, so I think they're on like their second, maybe even third one of these now, so there should be more to find if you want them. So that's always cool. Anyway, there seems to be some kind of apocalypse going on in my house, so I'm going to go and beat some people. Only joking. So, I should be ugly. I should be wretched. I shall see all of you when I say I'll never look after children again. Bye.